It was freshmen and sophomores getting 8 on a double move.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Damn.
One receiver, he's like 6'6" from Mississippi State. He didn't even hit him with a double move. He just hit him with a simple, straight up release, and ate the corner down the sideline for like a 40-yard touchdown. So there was a bunch of high scoring games this whole week. Florida is actually looking like a national title contender with Kyle Trask. I can't believe the son of a broadcaster is like out here balling. I forget his dad's first name. I think it's Steve Trask or some shit. But yeah, his son.
What was the last decent quarterback at Florida?
Can't say Driscoll. Felipe Franks is at Arkansas now, and Arkansas is god awful. Oh, Arkansas got beat so bad by Georgia. Damn.
I mean, that's not new.
That's a long. That's a long.
Beat out of them a lot.
That is true. That is a long Florida list. Because some guys were, like, they're pretty decent, but you can't.
Arkansas is like that respectable blowout though. Like,
nah,
you feel good if you blow them out though.
Nah,
like they have a little bit of respectability that you're like.
No, they're terrible. Like they're really terrible.
But I mean, just historically,
not anymore.
They're that bad.
It's like
they always have like a DN, a tackle, and like a tight end.
I don't want to say
drafted or in the mid rounds.
I'm making a porn reference, but it was just like it's like.
Wow, misogyny alert! Misogyny alert!
It's bad. It's just they got Ron Jeremy fucked. That's all I can say.
Ouch.
They're bad. They've been bad for about bad for like 5 years.
Yeah,
they sucked for like 4 after Ryan Mallett, but they're like, this is awful. I want to stop this. Like, children shouldn't be forced to watch this. We need therapy at how bad you are at playing football. Arkansas's like 0-12 SEC bad.
But yeah, Mike Leach shaking up the SEC.
Yep, and then they dropped a video the next day. He's like, who wants to get on the bandwagon? I was like, that was corny, but it was fun. Like, I would have did that too if I beat the 6th team in the country, finish the national champs. Everybody's probably sending Miles Brennan death threats right now. Poor kid.
Speaking of which, getting to your favorite story of the week, the one you're probably waiting for all week.
Speaking of puke and football, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
How did I know you were waiting for this all week? You didn't say shit in no group chats, nothing. Just waiting for this moment.
I teased it last week.
Yeah.
I didn't mention Notre Dame, but I mentioned Notre Dame. Like when I said about that UCF story, they beat them 50 USF. They got beat by Notre Dame last week, 52-0. But before the game, there was a pregame meal. It was grab and go, and that's how they got a COVID outbreak.
Somebody in the food services?
They didn't really have things separated, and it was all grab and go. So it was from one of the players. A player threw up on the sideline, and then they're like, is it COVID, or are you just like out of shape, bro? Because there's always that one dude who throws up, right, in the first game. Whether you're male or female, there's always that one person on the team who throws up. And you're like, what the fuck? Okay. And that either changes the game for you greatly or you guys get blown out. But I've seen it my whole life. That one person who gets nauseous or gets cramps like 5 minutes into the game. I'm like, what? How? Like, were you at a strip club before you came here? Like, what are you doing?
Get some chicken wings.
So are they going to be able to continue the season? Or
they had to cancel a couple games. But, yeah, they're pretty much almost out of protocol.
What are the odds this season is going to be real, like, all the way through?
That they'll finish it?
Yeah.
It's getting
worse.
No,
look it up. See if
it's not good.
See if you can find it.
I mean,
I'd say 38%, between 38 and 72%.
There's more teams, more games getting canceled. It's just crazy.
And, like, they're trying to push everything back. That's why, like, all these seasons are starting in November. Like, either the end of October or November going.
I mean, that's when teams start playing good anyways. It's like.
Yeah, but that's because they're already in full stride of a season.
They play 5 games.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to start a game in the dead of winter in some of these schools and stuff
that's
too.
True.
I guess they think,
true.
Well, this is the best way to cut off that sick period is like November, because if we can get them through October, healthy, they figure, okay, well, November, December, you're going to be rocking.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
And it's only 7 games.
But you also have the argument with these guys are opting out and then even opting back in. It's like they don't want to play then either because that's even more of that reason, so they can't get ready for the rookie year.
And then cornerback out of Stanford, Paulson Adebo, he got traumatized by Gabe Davis, former University of Central Florida receiver. He ate him up for like 200 yards, damn near, and like 3 tubs. It was bad. Like Paulson got burnt a lot last year, and then came back to school because he wanted to be get a higher rating. Because he was at one point they had him at like the 6th overall player in this upcoming draft as a corner, and I was like, "Did you watch Stanford play?" It's not just because they lost all that talent; they're just not that good anymore.
Yeah, some of them playing isn't necessarily good for their stock option either.
And he went back to school and then opts out because it's the pandemic and the Pac-12's going back. It's like, bro, yeah, you don't want to put 5 games of rust and 2 great games on tape. You might as well just be like, well, it's been a long time since you last saw me.
Yeah.
So don't worry about last season. And this season you can't count it because COVID.
And so, Izzy, did you find anything on the odds the season ends?
No, not really.
So,
Did you?
in July, I guess they said there's a 5% chance that it finishes the season.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
My
I don't
shit
know.
was too high. I was like 23 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
38.
know what the percentage is like right now if you got action, but that's what I saw for the last 5.
There's one school, Mike Minter, he's a former Carolina Panther great, Nebraska safety. He was a first-round pick, played on a Super Bowl team for Carolina. He's the head coach at Campbell University. And, when I went home, it was Campbell and then, Coastal Carolina. I know you have no idea who the hell those teams are. Just know that Coastal Carolina is where Josh Norman played, the one-time All-Pro corner, and then Campbell University is one of those D2s. By the way, shout out to Houston Baptist giving everybody in the Big 12 fits and shit. These private little colleges, they're not that bad in football. When they get a team, they can beat a D1 team, and they almost beat a Texas team a couple times. But yeah, shout out to Houston Baptist. But anyway, Campbell, they only played 4 games this year. They were gonna try to split up part of the season between now and the spring, but he was like, no, that's dumb, and it's also that's too much of a layoff. You can't play 4 games and then take 3 months off and then come back to finish your season. That's wild. So a lot of people, he's just like, no, and he's only playing 4 games. Think about that, 4 games. Pac-12's having a 7-game season with a potential 8th with the Pac-12 title game. The Mountain West is playing 8 games at least. The Mountain West is playing more games than the Pac-12.
It's a lot.
That's crazy.
Again, I'm just saying, Larry Scott, whenever he gets fired or whatever, my name should be in the running, and I already have a blueprint. We can just bring the whole team over.
Just call this my resume right now.
All right, Kenny. So, take your tangent. First up, I don't know why the fuck you buried this so far on the fucking rundown.
Because I wanted you to get. I wanted it to simmer. You can't let it simmer?
Nah, man. We got to talk about this.
Okay.
We didn't even talk about it in the opening segment.
I should be the one to ask you then.
All right.
you can
Or I
answer.
was just going to fucking rage on whatever you say anyways.
Nah. I'm going to just
All
let
right,
you have
go
the floor on this
Go
one.
ahead.
Take your tangent. Alden Smith, Cowboys defensive end, which I think Pete might be a secret Cowboys fan. He leads the league in sacks with 4.
Bro, what?
That's
Honestly,
not even a full-time
though,
starter.
why are 4 of my favorite players on the Cowboys? Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Jalen Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, Alden Smith,
Because you
and Tyrone Smith.
You forgot the other Boise State D tackle.
Maybe
You don't count him?
Are you a closet cowboy?
I don't count
You don't count.
the linebacker either, Van Der Esch.
Wow, you don't count Van Der Esch?
He's like
He's almost rookie of the year last year.
yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, he's
He had
pretty
that one
good.
great season
I'm not
for
saying
Boise.
he's sorry, but
Wow, you do not like Landon Van Der Esch.
I'm not saying
sorry.
anything negative about him. I'm just
Not saying anything positive
he's
either.
not one of my favorite players yet.
Fam, you love Boise State, but I'm really shocked that you're not high on more Boise State players.
I love DeMarcus Lawrence.
Who do you think came after DeMarcus Lawrence?
Vander Esch, yeah.
But like
Correa?
He's playing. He's actually balling for the Titans.
Yeah, he is playing a lot better. He finally got somewhere that
they won't make him drop in the coverage.
Yeah, wouldn't try to make him do too much.
Because he can do a lot, and he's super athletic.
Like Baltimore just had him doing way too much. But yeah, outside of that, man, Alden Smith, obviously, I'm fucking happy. Those 3 sacks he got against Russell Wilson were all pretty legit. I mean, they were kind of Russell Wilson holding the ball too damn long. But that's what you're supposed to do, man. So shout out to him. 4 sacks, half sack over like 13 other people. So he can still lose it, but honestly, I'm rooting for him. He should be comeback player of the year. I was one of the first and only people chanting free Alden for a cool ass minute.
That is true.
4-year drought, comes out, leads the league in sacks for the first tiny leg of the season. But you know what? Fuck it. It's good to just see somebody beat alcoholism, and it's good to see him do it at a high fucking level.
Yeah, and I think going up against like an all-world Hall of Fame left tackle, that'll do something for you. Like, he's in a positive environment, kind of, because it's Jerry Jones and it is racist, and it's kind of plantation-y, like very plantation-y. Shout out to Don Tari Poe. He said that him and Jerry Jones had a positive conversation about kneeling. I'm just like, was there food in the room when y'all were talking? I have questions. Like, he's not stupid enough to like talk shit to Don Terry Poe. He is like a 340-pound man who ran a 4.840. That's freakishly fucking fast, by the way. Like, you're not supposed to be almost 400 pounds running faster than almost all average human beings. He damn near almost ran a 4.7 at 350 pounds.
Yeah.
That's
he does some things you can't teach.
My fat boy hero.
But yeah, man, the Raiders this past week, Darren Waller hosted a fundraiser, and a bunch of Raiders showed up. Waller was wearing the mask, but his teammates, like Derek Carr, others, were not wearing face masks. Sparked a controversy. The NFL's investigating it, given everything that's going on with COVID in Tennessee, and just overall, obviously, in our personal lives in the nation. So, Kenny, do you got a take or a tangent on the Raiders showing up to a good cause, but not
no mask,
social distancing, or wearing masks?
I'm going to say it's kind of the same way when I go to work and I see people come in the store and they don't have a mask on because the person at the door didn't catch them. I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't have to deal with this right now. This is stupid. Like, could you just follow? I understand not wearing a mask, not wanting to wear a mask, because when I'm at work, I'm like, I can't fucking breathe. This thing is annoying. And if I gotta wash my mask, I wait for the shit to dry. And sometimes it's just too big for my fat face. So, pause. So it's just like, okay, this shit is really bothersome. So I get it. I get the annoyance with what's going on. But goddamn, like, the Raiders are just like that. The Raiders are that cousin you can't fucking take nowhere, bro. They're that friend you can't take nowhere,
bro.
Like,
that's the brand though. But
like,
I mean, I feel.
But
you.
now it's for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
like it used to be like
we don't have to die.
Shit.
We don't have to die on this hill. We don't have to be the team that doesn't wear masks.
Like now you're just like, fam, don't lean like alt-right-ish. Because the Raiders feel like they're leaning kind of all lives matter-ish, and I don't like that shit. It bothers me.
I don't know. I think it's still
it feels
pretty,
like it when you hear.
I think there's definitely a sanction
talk,
of it, and I think the sanction is definitely brewing. But I feel like
there's a huge pocket of them.
There's always
Hells
been,
Angels were started.
There's always
in
been a pocket. Yeah, there's always been a pocket. There's a pocket of people. There's a lot of white people from Oakland too. Like there's white people from there.
Ironically enough, Hells Angels saved my life one time when I was a baby, and my mom.
Bro, even at the Raiders games, like you go there and you just see like hell white people.
And but there's some of those like hick towns that.
But LA Raider fans are totally different.
Yeah, LA Raiders fans are the true LA fans, if we're being honest. But y'all not ready for that conversation.
Oh my god! 2 championships, only team to win the championship in the city.
and claimed you.
And
Like,
they
you're
won
a
one.
side bitch.
And they won one